Hey, so I'm super excited. Tomorrow, me and my coach Kevin are headed down to Charlottesville to do my first like road biking race in two-ish years. Yeah, 2 years. And naturally being a triathlete, I can't ride in a group, so of course it's going to be a hill climb, time trial at the Wintergreen Resort. It's like a 7 mile course, climbs 2,600 feet. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited, and it's perfect for me, the skinny boy. Yeah, it's gonna be really good. This is gonna be one of the biggest climbs that I've ever done. Like I did some bigger climbs on like a spring break training trip, but like never like an all out effort. So this is gonna be really really interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. So it's night before. Thought I'd get my gear all lined up, ready to go, and take you guys through it. So my bike. Every time I look at my bike, I get so excited because it's so nice. And I know this is a hill climb, not the lightest, but it's a really nice bike. It's pretty light. We'll be fine. Doesn't matter. It's Cat 5. Who cares? Just for fun. Anyway, so yeah, Sorel S5. Got that queen name sticker A for the Maryland flag. And then I got the power tap hub because I'm going to be wanting those overlays when I make the video. And the trusty Garmin up at the front. And also the GoPro. Now I know this is added weight, but I got to do it for the subs. It's all about the subs. And when I say subs, I mean all 7 subscribers. So thanks, guys. All around really nice bike. Just so comfortable, so fast. Highly recommend for anyone. Just such a nice bike. Anyways, helmet, super breathable, light, Gyrosynth, nice, whatever. With my wide array of one pair of cycling shoes, I'm gonna be going with my tri shoes, and then I'm trying something new. These I don't really know what they are. I think they go on their feet between your bare feet and the shoes. I don't really understand. I think some people call them socks. As a triathlete, I would never dare. But I guess for the race tomorrow, it's a cycling race, so we'll see. Heart rate monitor, because I always forget it. But it's gonna be interesting to look at afterwards, and I guess during. I don't really do that much heart rate training, but it'll be good to look at. Yeah, that's my kit. Ooh, that's really close. Yeah, really excited. Tomorrow's gonna be so much fun.
Funky.
So here we are on the start line. They had us go kind of in like time trial format, like every 30 seconds. So you can see this is the start of the Cat 5s. That guy who's about to start now. He's the first of the Cat 5s, and I think there ended up being like 10 or so. So he's off. Then 30 seconds, and then this guy with the sweet 80s bike with the down tube shifters is off. And then it will be 30 seconds for me. So basically the game plan is, try to conserve effort at the bottom so that I can haul ass at the top, and hopefully, pass people who went too hard at the bottom. You can see at the little map on the bottom, or the upper left corner, we've got like a long straight section, and it's like a false flat, maybe 1-2% for like 1 or 2 miles, and it's only when it kind of curves up to the right when you start going up the mountain. Here I got 10 seconds or whatever he just said, and then we are off. So clipping pretty smoothly, not that it really matters. Hit the watts for the first couple seconds, get up to speed just like you would in any regular time trial. Then just try to get low, because like you can see it's like 1-2%, so the grade isn't relevant here for this first part. So yeah, for this first part, just stay low. And I felt good. I had a pretty tough warm-up, but I felt good for the start. So you can see my power is kind of high. I might have gone out a little bit too hard, and I might pay for it later in the race. But to begin with, I was feeling super strong. So yeah. So this being Cat 5, we obviously got a lot of different abilities, and I just pretty quickly passed the guy that was 30 seconds in front of me in about 2.5 minutes in. Yeah, there's all sorts of crazy stuff going on at the start. There was one guy who showed up on like a really old bike, which big respect. I used to ride dust people on a 1988 Nishiki with down tube shifters, so I love that stuff. But this guy showed up on like a super poorly maintained bike. He had like Jordans on with flat pedals, and he was talking big game, saying stuff like how he never does any base training, and he just, every time he goes out, he tries to make it so that he can't walk the next day, which I guess, like, respect for that, but also like, come on, dude, train smart. And also, dude, you're in Cat 5, like, don't be talking smack if you're in Cat 5 wearing Air Jordans at the start of the race. Now he was behind me, so I didn't pass him, but I don't know that he finished. He did, and I think my coach actually went a little bit after me and heard him talking about like some like banned, illegal for cycling drink mix that he used. So there's some questionable stuff going on there. I don't know, but this is not the most serious race, so it's Cat 5. Who cares? Doesn't matter. And just like I said before, all types of abilities in the Cat 5 race. This guy started 30 seconds behind me and just flew past me like I was standing still. He was so fast. So he zoomed to the top. Quickly, I tried a little bit to hop on and get that draft, but we're already at 4%, so we're starting to climb, and it just wasn't worth it to do the extra power to stay on his wheel. And well, he's out of the saddle. He was in and out of the saddle the whole time. Like, good for him. He was killing it. He ended up beating me by like 3 minutes, so he was absolutely flying. So here already it's starting to get get kind of steep. We're at 6% and it's been that way for a while. My cadence is my normal cadence. I like to spin, so my normal cadence is like high 80s or 90s. But I remember this. I was already in my highest gear, even when it was at 4, 5, 6%. So I was getting nervous for for higher up. My heart rate's already high, like 185 beats per minute. And if you look at the map, like we're what, maybe halfway there. And the first 2 miles was really flat. So this is the part that I really I didn't start to like hurt, but I knew that it was going to hurt quite a deal, a good deal. And you can already see it's 10%, and it doesn't really let up from here. So this was really tough, and it was more. This part was mentally tough because we'd driven up before. I knew how little I'd already done and how much it was already hurting. See, my heart rate's just climbing, 188 already. So it was brutal. So here we turn into like the driveway that goes up for the resort. And again, this is like, I saw this and I was like, oh my goodness, I still have so far to go. And it's just steep. I like went down a little bit, but then it kicked right back up. And you can see up the road, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see. You can see people zigzagging back and forth across the road to be able to get it up at all. Like it was so hard, but it was so much fun. Like this is the kind of stuff that I live for here. You see these people just like the opposite of skiing. You ski down the hill and you like control your speed by going sideways across the mountain. These people were like just taking switchbacks on the road, like going up. It was crazy steep, but so much fun. As we were doing our drive up, like course preview, I remember that view over to the right that I just went past, and this like big U-turn sign. So I knew we were getting close. I knew it kind of like not flattened out, but the grade was a bit less up this way. And there were actually a couple like little downhill rollers, like little like 100-meter sections where the road just went downhill a little bit, and I was like, and I knew that my plan was to try to catch time for people that are going to be recovering there by just like hitting some big watts to try to like get my speed up and then get some momentum for the following climb. I don't know how well it worked because I wasn't able to see anybody else, but I definitely felt pretty good. Here's the little white sign with 500 meters to go. So I was like, oh, time to book it. I kind of wish that they had more signs like down the mountain that said like for maybe each mile or each kilometer, whatever. But they just had like 500, 300, 200, 150. I don't know. But they had like sort of like a countdown type thing. And so when I saw the 500, I was like, okay, time to go. Leave it all on the line. I think this is where in like a couple seconds where I max out my heart rate. Like 188 is like the highest that I get ever on the trainer, and I'm pretty sure my max for the race was 192. Yeah, and so like there's this little bit of a last, like, not kicker because it's only 5%, but like this last kind of steep bit, where I just tried to give it everything I had. They had these people, you know, supporters cheering, so that was nice. Here's that sign, says like 50 meters left. There's that guy. I tried to catch him a little bit, but he kind of wasn't quite able to get him. And then there's the line. Finished the race, like 36, 30. I think I was 36:29. Yeah, so it was a great, really fun race. Really, just very difficult. Probably
I would say 100% that was the hardest climb I've ever done. Like the hardest effort I've done while climbing.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's different than a triathlon because running is like a different type of hardness.
Yeah.
But like, absolutely one of the hardest races I've ever done.
Yeah. It wasn't the deepest that I've like ever gone in a race.
Right.
I know that's for sure. But no, it was definitely it was hard.
It was also hard because you couldn't, like, you know, when you're on the trainer, you can just put your head down and suffer.
Yeah.
But on this one, like, I had to maintain whatever it was. Like, I'm pretty sure for some of those, like, for a lot of the steep parts, it was like, okay, 310 watts is the number that I need to even, like, keep my cadence, like, in a way that my bike could stay upright.
Yeah.
So it just, like, I couldn't even, like, sit down and just put my head down and grind because I had to focus on, like, you know,
not falling over.
Yeah, not falling over and keeping the bike upright and going in the right direction.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know for a fact that I didn't get first in Cat 5 because the guy who was 30 seconds behind me passed me like a couple minutes in.
Yeah.
I might have gotten second or third. I don't know. It's hard to know.
Like, it's really hard to know with the way how they run everything.
Yeah, I kind of wish it was a mass start. I feel like a mass start would have been like safe because, you know, it's a hill climb. Like, no one's.
There's no technical component to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I 100% agree. I think that would be way more fun.
Yeah, and then you could, like, okay, that person is the first person, or I am on the cusp of, you know, the podium right now.
Yeah. Not like, I have no idea. I didn't even know, like, you know, what numbers people had.
I think I was the third of the Cat 5s.
Okay.
I was 67, so 65 was the first.
Okay.
I caught up to him like halfway, like about at this sign right here.
Okay.
So like maybe a halfway in terms of distance, maybe a third of the way up the climbing.
Yeah.
And like that was like the first time I really like have like suffered on like a big hill, like because normally I'm riding with other people on the team and we're just kind of chilling, like going up, like maybe we'll do some efforts, but I've never like raced a hill of this length.
Yeah.
Before.
Neither have I. I've never like I've done a lot of climbing. I've never again, just exactly what you said, never done a climb like this.
Yeah, it was crazy. Honestly, kind of wish, I don't know if it was allowed. I know someone was talking about doing a bike switch to do a TT for this bottom flat part and then switch to a road bike for the top part. But honestly, I kind of wish that I had a TT bike my TT bike the whole way, because I could stay low for this flat part and be fast, which is like not super important because it's not very much of the time component, like not a big percentage of the time, but it's also a compact, so I would have had a much better gear ratio to do the climbing on, and I can climb pretty well on the TT bike. It's comfortable enough. It's not like it matters.
I was gonna say, well, TT bikes aren't as fast uphill, like, because of the position if you aren't in the aero bars. But as soon as you said compact, I was like, yes, that'd be faster.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. I think the best my nose felt, like, in the past couple of days was, like, as I was warming up on the trainer, I skyrocketed, and everything just cleared out. I was like, I can breathe. This is great.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And all right, here are the results from the race. Like I said, I thought that I got second. I ended up getting second. No one from behind caught up to me. That guy who passed me early on ended up beating me by just about 3 minutes. And then the next guy was a little under a minute behind me, and then people cascade down from there. Kevin ended up in 8th place. He had a pretty solid day, in like 43 minutes. It was really, really fun. And here's the overall results, which is also pretty cool to see. I ended up in 10th overall out of everybody that did the race. The guy that won Cat 5 got 3rd overall, so that's pretty sweet. The only people that beat him were 2 of the Cat 1-2 guys. So that was really impressive performance by him. And I did pretty well too. I only got beaten by 2 Cat 3s and no Cat 4s. So that was pretty solid. Definitely hope to be back next year and going to be looking out for more events like this to do.